perfect.
Welcome into tipsgamers.com. I'm Dodds Crib, and in this video we'll be going over the top Madden 21 rebuild tips for simulation and user play. If you want more in-depth content on this subject, it will be in the description below. Follow us on all of our social media platforms, get merched up, and make sure to join our Madden group on our website and check out our players to trade for list and all of our other great content. To perfect a rebuild, you need to first realize that you will never be perfect. Instead, what you need to perfect is how you handle and overcome negative situations. The end goal is to always have another plan. That is to be a professional problem solver. The one who wins in the end never plays favorites, no matter how much they like the player. And always remember that contracts win championships. Run your franchise like a business. Running your franchise like a business is not easy, but it will get easier over time with practice. Most people who play Madden play it as a fan, which causes them to make bad decisions over time. They pay someone too much or trade the house for a certain player because they had that fan mindset. The player's name should be irrelevant. Think of every player the same way as you would think of CPU-generated players. I'll trade JJ Watt just as fast as I would trade Joey No Name if the price is right. If the contract doesn't or eventually will not make sense for my team, that means a trade is the only thing that makes sense moving forward. Be willing to strike deals and be greedy with your trades and contract negotiations. Contracts win championships. They say defenses win you championships, but at the end of it all, good contracts are what puts the best on the field. Never just give away money because you are desperate. Always be smart and understand the system, whether that be regression, rating fluff, and many other ways you could potentially waste money. Players get hit by regression around age 29 or older, and it only happens at the end of each year. If you know you have a player who is about to get hit by regression, do not sign him before his regression kicks in. Sign him after his regression already set in, after the Super Bowl, during your last time to sign players before free agency. In Madden, contract values are based upon overalls, not performances. A running back could rush for 4,000 yards in one season, and that would not change the value of the player. Eventually, their performance will lead to a higher overall if they are good, but performance is not even discussed in contract negotiations. This is why we suggest that you spend money on the best player for the job and not the player with the highest overall. There are many ratings in Madden that are fluff and do nothing except make the player more expensive. O-linemen need strength in real life to be successful, but in Madden they do not. We've tested the strength rating and we found zero evidence that it does anything in either the pass or run game. Their other run and pass blocking ratings seem to decide whether the lineman is going to be good or not. No need to pay $35 million for a rating that does nothing if you can avoid it. Be wise about not wasting funds on ratings and user play that will not help you, such as awareness or ball carry vision for your quarterback or running back. The only awareness that matters in user play is the awareness of who controls the sticks. Be more strict with your user player's contract than the CPU-controlled players. I'll pay an offensive lineman more money than I will pay my quarterback if I am user playing. Contracts are extremely important to get right. Backups are the ones you really want to get right. If your starting QB rarely gets injured, then there's no need to pay for a third string. QBs are the most expensive, and a backup who will never play can run you $5 million. The third stringer can run you $2 million plus, and he almost is guaranteed to never see the field. Unless you play like a doofus and somehow injure all your quarterbacks all the time, carry only 2 quarterbacks if your starter gets hurt, then pick up one on free agency after the game. Cut your weight in gold in every way you can. The GM with the most money has the loudest voice when push comes to shove in the free agency. Make sure to brush up on our contract tips on our website. It'll be in the link in the description below. Constantly be looking to improve your team. Always be monitoring your stats or in-game performances to see what player or where you need to improve. Let's say you are doing simulation and have a great offensive line with a great scheme, but your halfback only gets 900 yards each year or always gets injured. Regardless of his overall, you should be looking to trade and replace him. If you are not in simulation, you should be watching who is lacking in instant replays on plays that you get beat. There is only one player you can play with at a time, so the other 10 need to pull their weight. If they do not pull their weight, you need to be quick with figuring out a solution. Do whatever it takes to improve your team. Sometimes you may have to just move a player from one position to another. For certain positions, it could be as simple as just moving them to the opposite side to get better production. This goes for defensive players more than offensive players. Cornerbacks can be moved to safety, safeties to linebackers, linebackers to ends, and ends to tackles. On the offensive side of the ball is a little bit more set in stone compared to defense. If your quarterback is a problem, there's probably no better spot for him on the team. Cutting or trading him will be in your future, just make sure the contract permits it, as in you won't take too big of a cap hit. Wide receivers are the Wagyu beef of the Madden realm. They can be moved to halfback, which on average they are better halfbacks than most halfbacks in the game. Offensive linemen can work all over the line much like they can in the NFL. Just make sure if they play tackle that they have a decent pass block. God once said that those who do not protect their QBs should be forced to skip everywhere they go, even in short distances. If you guys like what you saw, do not forget to subscribe, click the notification bell, share the video, and leave a comment down below. If you want the full content on this matter, click on the description down below and it will take you to our site. With that being said, have a damn good day.
Through the clouds I see an angel.